when we find ourselves suffering and struggling, we often make decisions out of that brokenness that make us even more broken. I think that I really took church and made it God. And so whenever I saw something happen in church that didn't look like God, I was disappointed, not just with the people, but with God as well. And so my relationship with the church became complicated because though there were these powerful moments, there was also hypocrisy. There were also people who were making mistakes. And I thought that that meant that God wasn't good the way they were saying that he was good, that he couldn't transform your life the way that everyone says he could. And then I think as I've grown older and really evolved in my knowledge of life in salvation is a process. You know, it's not like you just get saved and then all of a sudden you have no more issues, you have no more struggles. It's a process. And so sometimes we can be so consumed with critiquing other people's process that we become stagnant. And in that moment when we're stagnant, it gives us a sideline view of watching where everyone else is messing up. But I really think that had I stopped looking at other people's lives and focused on my own, that I probably would have discovered my own brokenness much sooner. But you want to believe something is real. And so I decided to share my testimony, not just the good things, but the difficult things, the divorce, the teen pregnancy, because I didn't want someone in the pews to think that you made it to the stage without any struggle. And so we all have our own journey to walk out. It may not be a stage like mine is. It may be an office. It may be a medical practice. It may be a lawyer's office. I don't know what the destiny God has for your life is, but I just want to plead and just ask you to stop making God the same level of the people who disappointed you and dare to believe that he is bigger and greater than what your mom did, than what your dad did, than what your ex-husband did. He has nothing to do with that. He's greater than that. And if you would trust his plan, he can do a better job with your life than you ever could.
Absolutely. I have my own son, it's named after me, my namesake. He is so disturbed by people just putting expectations on him. And there was a lady in the church that just kept saying, oh, you're going to be the next pastor of this church. You're going to take over this church. And he was just so mad. And one day, he's my Simon Peter. He did draw the sword. And one day he said, he got so tired of it, finally, yes, I am going to take over this church, and I'm going to turn it into a bar. We laugh about it now, but it was part of that whole dynamic. Pastor, this is part of the mandate that God has helped you with. One Church LA, Potter's House. One Church LA has so many young people, so many people that actually have rejected the church. What's the bell? What's the sound that's bringing them back?
Yeah, I think, we talked about authenticity. We're in an information age now where, you can't lie. You couldn't lie if you wanted to, because everything is just one click away. And I think that this generation, a lot of people think that millennials don't want God. They do want God, but they want a real God, a God that is tangible, a God that is connected to them and a God that understands them. And so for me, I think it's just the realness. I'm honest, I'm open, and I believe in them. One of the things that I never do is I never talk down to my congregation. When I look at Jesus and how he relates to us and how he deals with us, he's never talking you down. He's always talking you up.
Wow.
I'm thinking about the woman caught in the act of adultery and the Pharisees at the time, they were talking her down. And, she's on the ground. They want to stone her. And Jesus is saying, go and sin no more. So he's always pointing upward. And I believe that I believe in young people. I look at my own life and I see where I've come from and what God can do in my life. And I speak that to them. I father them. I honor them. I don't say, because you're young. A lot of times, what I think God wants to do in these last days is, and it's according to Malachi 4, I really believe that he wants to turn the hearts of the fathers to the children and the hearts of the children to the father, where there is mutual respect. The gray hairs respect the strong legs, of the youth, and the strong legs of the youth respect the wisdom of the old. And I believe that when there is honor that transcends age, when the old don't say, oh, you're just a millennial and you're selfish, because it's not true.
Right.
You know, and the young don't say, oh, you're old and you're out of touch. You know, but when we begin to honor each other and one another and begin to work together, I think we're going to see incredible things happen in the kingdom.
Yeah.
And we're seeing it in our church right now.